And chickity chickity check, a microphone check. Nostradamus is the bommus. Hello, everyone. Here we go. Back to my old conditions. Start the stream. I see. Oh my goodness. Anyway, hello everyone. Tom, aka Ding 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 Ding. We're a little late on that. Ding 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 Ding. How is everyone doing? I almost bought the farm. I can't wink anymore. I've lost control of the muscles in my eyes, I guess. Need to start doing wink exercises. Yeah, I almost bought the farm. We ran into some issues. We could talk about that later in the stream if you want. I'm looking at Harmony 1. Getting it done. Looking at Harmony 1, thinking, man, I should have bought some of that at a penny. I'm looking at it again this weekend, looking at it today. I'll tell you what, man, that community's pretty strong. Baby Pleb hit me up over the weekend on Twitter. Miss that guy. Wish he'd come around a little bit more. The community's still really strong over there, so I really I want to buy it because I think there's good upside potential, but I don't believe in the coin anymore. So I don't know. It's kind of against my thesis, as CryptoVisor would say. It's against my investing thesis. Tell you what, CryptoVisor's turning into a real clown, by the way. I think I watch CryptoVisor like I watch Meet Kevin, just super annoying. I watch him just because I just feel like, I don't know, man, like back in the 80s, Shock Jock, back in the 80s, 90s, a lot of people would, I would say half of Howard Stern's audience was just people that hated him and wanted him off the air. I'll tell you what, though, CryptoVisor has some balls shitting on the Cardano community like he did. You obviously do not care a whole lot, I guess, about your YouTube channel because I gotta imagine, he built a lot of his subscribers on Cardano. Anyway, we got a lot to talk about today. I've been out of action. I have not been Action Jackson. Ooh, that reminds me. Holy shit. Yeah, I got a couple things I got to take care of today. Let's see what's going on. Like Stacy's mom over in the stack market. Let's get this popped out. We see 2 people in the house, 1 like. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That was my terrible Elvis impression. I am the world's greatest impressionator. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. Gonna get my right angles lined up like Monk. I'm like Adrian Monk. All right, I see a little black gapper there. We need to get this lined up perfectly. Ooh, I see. Ooh. All right, I'm really not this bad. I'm just kind of doing it for the LOL right now. All right, let's see what's going on in the stock market. We got the NASDAQ down 100. NASDAQ had a really good rally last week after the Fed stuff. I don't know, man. The NASDAQ opened down. The futures, E-mini, S&P, NASDAQ, all that opened down last night. I want to say it was only about 50 points down before this market. Even before the market opened, I want to say it was only about 50 points. Tesla doing really well. It's up $4. I think Elon was found innocent of the security fraud or whatever. I don't really think what he did was security fraud. It was more maybe he deserved a fine or something, but who knows? Anyway, now the NASDAQ's down about 100. I don't know. I got a feeling. Who is that? That's Black Eyed Peas. I got a feeling Nasdaq's gonna go green today. I think we're gonna have a reversal. I'm just feeling like it's gonna reverse. So Nasdaq's now about 90. We'll see. I mean, it could continue to dump. I don't know if there's anything big on the economic calendar this week. Fed gonna continue to like? Is this the pivot time? We're kind of at some critical levels on a lot of charts right now, so we'll take a look at that. E-mini S&P down 20. Let's see, gold 1884 sliding down. It wasn't around the 1950 handle before I almost bought the farm. Let's see, bonds 129. They're down about a point or two since last week. Crude oil $73 a barrel. I think that shit was pushing $80 last week, wasn't it? What else do we have? What else do we like to check? We like to, the natty gas. Woo! Natty gas, $2.40 a therm. Man, has that come down. That's normal natty gas levels. $2.40. Like, that's 2020 levels right there, son. Anything else going on? Oh, Tesla now at $5. Let's see. Bitcoin futures. Bitcoin futures around 22.9. So Bitcoin's probably over pushing 23,000 right now. We'll take a look at that in a sec. And by a sec, I mean right now. All right. Bitcoin 22.8. Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting the futures are in contango right now. So that's why I missed that by a bit. All right, so Bitcoin 22.8, Ethereum 16.28. Not much has changed on these. ADA 38.9. ADA was flirting with over 40 cents for a little bit this weekend. I think ETH pushed to like 1670. Bitcoin is coming right down. Like right now, Bitcoin might be a good long opportunity. We got to kind of see what it does right here. I did throw a little money into this margin account that I was talking about. I would like to probably I would love to have this on Arbitrum instead because I have more money over there. I've said numerous times in the past, I think Ethereum is bar none the best investment on the board. Not financial advice. It's not financial advice. But if I had to YOLO all my money and I can only YOLO at one thing, it would be Ethereum, hands down. I love some Cardano. Tomorrow's title might be Cardano could fail or something like that. I do have some major concerns with Cardano. Major, right? Now, I don't think Cardano's going to fail. At least, well, I'm not going to give away the milk for free. But let's just say the time's ticking for Cardano. This is put up or shut up the next bull run, and on some major key things. I did get into liquid finance over there. We'll take a look at that in a bit. Anyway, I did play around with this. It's perpetuals on optimism. So it's all on chain. I like that a lot. I think DYDX might have the ability to do this. I'm not sure. I don't know if DYDX geo restricts, but they're moving that Cosmos, so that might be pretty interesting. I still think they're on Ethereum right now, though, right? DYDX. I think you can do perps. Anyway, I went long a little bit, like a 2x long, and I am not recommending anyone do this, period. You should not be doing this unless you like losing money. Do not leverage long and short unless you are like really, really confident in your ability to handle losses. Really, these perpetual futures are for big boys that want to manipulate things. They want to hedge things. Like this is some advanced stuff. If you're trying to get rich quick with leverage, you're probably going to lose all your money. I'm telling you right now. Like I'm just for me, it's kind of like throwing $25 on a football game. I threw $250 out there and just kind of, having some fun. I know my limits. I've been through many addictions. There was one point in my life where I had a futures only account with the CME in Chicago, and you could leverage long. You could go long the ES, which that's what I was doing with only like $150 margin. It's insane. So I would go long 10 contracts. Like, you have no idea. A $2,500 account, I was going long 5, 7, 10 contracts at ES. Dude, I can't even begin to tell you how stupid that is. I need 1 sec. I gotta blow my nose, everyone. I don't want you to see it. I don't want you to see it. Retro in the house. How you doing, brother? I'm doing pretty good. We can talk about it a little bit later on in the stream. I had a rough rodeo ride last week. I'll tell you that. I'm still riding a bucking bronco. Uh, Happy to be alive, I guess. Anyway, yeah. So I'll be waiting for, like, right now is a good time to go long some Bitcoin, and let me tell you why. It's come right back down and retraced to the 20 on the daily. Let's see what we going on the weekly. See, like, if it gets up to the what is this, the 200 on the weekly, it might be a time to go short. You know what I'm saying? Either way, I'm not really I could see myself getting a little bit addicted to this. I don't really see anything going on in crypto right now that it's gonna pump or dump. It's probably just gonna be pretty boring for a bit. So yeah. Adam, $14. RDNT Radiant, 23 cents. This is my banger. This is the one this is my high risk, high reward asset. I am falling more and more in love with this coin. I bought this at 10 cents. I bought a little bit more at like 21 cents. If it does another pullback, I'll probably buy some more. I'm yield farming with this. I'm trying to earn as much Radiant as possible. I think this thing could be a 10, 20, 30, 50x. Like, it is, all of these are possible. 10x is like not financial advice, almost a no-brainer. They've been listed on 2 exchanges, nothing big, no Coinbases, no Binances yet. I have done quite a bit of research on them. They got a good white paper. Their team's not necessary. I can't find like their team necessarily docs in any white papers or anything, but they got team members that are very active in Twitter Spaces and in Discord and all that. So we'll take a look at this in a bit. Ergo is another one I kind of like. I have bought some Ergo. I bought it at like probably $1.70 or so. Yeah, I'm about break even on that. I like Ergo because it's EUTXO, just like Cardano. There's a lot of community overlap, things like that with them and Ergo. They got the Rosen Bridge coming. T Stout in the house. How are you doing, brother? Osmosis looking really good. $1 LCX. Don't call it a pullback. Did you take some profits up there, Retro? LCX is a coin we like over here. Polkadot. I love Polkadot, but it's been an underperformer. Polkadot's kind of in the they got to put up or shut up, in my opinion, this next bull run too. Like, they got a great product, but now the rubber's meeting the road. You know what I'm saying? Solana. I'm actually surprised Solana's still holding up. Matic, I mean, what can you say about Matic? Matic's probably a really good, solid investment. Where are they on CoinGecko? Checking to see if it's secure. Verify if you're human. Jesus. All right. Matic, number 11, 10, 11 billion market cap. I mean, this thing's probably good for 5 to 10x if the bull run does what it's supposed to. I'm not a fan of Matic. I've used Matic. I don't like it. I don't like all the centralization. I don't like all the venture capitalism, blah, blah, blah. So Matic can kiss my ass. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to go Ethereum. I have no problems with anyone investing in Matic, though. I think it's a good investment. AVAX, same thing. Good investment. Hate's a strong word. I don't like the people behind Avalanche and some of the practices they do, smear campaigns and litigation. I think subnets is a bunch of overhyped buzzword BS. And let me tell you something. I know what a subnet is. Like beyond most of your comprehensions, do I know what a subnet is? I work with subnets all day long. In fact, I'll be working with subnets today, tomorrow, next week, and as long as I continue to do what I do. I'm talking like high level subnet work. You know what I'm saying? Quant, it's kind of one of those hypey coins out there like LCX. We'll have to see what's up with Quant. Render, man, this thing continues to bang. Are you following? Yeah, man. I have some Ajax, and I'll tell you what, man, that shit continues to blow up. There's a few AI coins out there that are doing really well. There's a lot of stuff going on with AI. It's somewhat, and I've been watching there's a really interesting, was it Lex Friedman? Or maybe a bro on Rogan, but they were talking about when Neuralink gets so good that it has like a chat GPT into it. And like, there's no, like people like Retro, you might have chips in your brain that just have you just like think. And then, you know what I'm saying? We're going to be superhumans at this point. Are we going to be pseudo part, mostly biocarbon part, robot? Like, you know what I'm saying? We are, like, you've seen that AI generated picture where we like slowly become more and more machine. That shit's like, it's gonna start, dude. You're gonna have like Neuralink chips in your brain that are gonna cure a lot of problems, and it's basically gonna be like a health monitor, fix health problems. You want to fix health problems? Don't even get me started. The health problems start with our food industry and end with our medical. No, don't even get me started. Most of our health problems is because of the food that we eat, right? And I'm not just saying like, oh my goodness, don't get me started. Don't get me started. Anyway, I digress. Render's a banger. I think they got some shit going on with Apple. I don't know. Someone should have told me to buy Render. I'm very upset that no one told me to buy Render. Sandbox. I like Sandbox, but they got a lot of coins dumping this year. ApeCoin could be a banger, but they got a lot of coins dumping this year. Link is about the most unsexy thing out there. Aptos is one of those buzzy. What do we got on the Michigan Consumer Sentiment? February 10th. Who gives a shit? Balance of trade. I have no idea what that is. Near was getting a little hype in the last bull run. The words were, near is everything Harmony One wants to be. Okay, whatever. I'm not like, whatever. Near can kiss my ass. Gala, meh. Gala's cool, but I'm not investing in gaming. Arweave, I love me some Arweave. Like if I'm limiting what I buy, right? So Arweave was on my I would like to buy list, but I'm not going to. Ricky in the house. How you doing, brother? Yeah, bro, I wouldn't mind having a chat G. Oh, yeah, man. Sign me the F up, Retro. Like, I'm not even joking, dude. Put chips in my brain. I don't know. It might be like the early days of breast implants. So, like, What did they made that shit with silicone, and you start getting breast cancer. They be putting leaky, cheap Chinese chips in our brains. You know what I'm saying? You start getting rusted out. I checked your Twitter to see if you were still alive. Yeah, I'm almost bought the farm, Ricky. I am a very lucky person. No, we're still in a scary situation. Anyway, we'll talk about that in a bit. Phantom. Oh my goodness, I'm so sick of hearing people talking about Phantom, especially some of these new YouTubers that don't know shit about crypto. I'm so sick of all these dumbass crypto YouTubers that think they know something. They don't know anything. Oh, Phantom. They just regurgitate. Like, they go out there and watch some little guy video, little Coin Bureau video, read a couple articles on CoinDesk that are heavily slighted, and they think they're crypto experts. I'm not saying there's not good channels out there. There's definitely, most of them are like crypto. Most of them are garbage. This is where you want to be. This is the real alpha. I hate to tell you, this is bar none the most underrated crypto channel on the universe. Let's see. Oh yeah. You know what's going to get really annoying about Twitter now? I've even seen it with the douchebag Meet Kevin. Twitter is now, and you want to be following me at Nostradamus on Twitter. I'm trying to be more engaging out there. I do want to build a bigger following out there. I could see Twitter becoming like a long form video and things like that. And if they're more free speech, anti-shadow banning, I would love to move away from YouTube. I like YouTube. I just don't like the fact that they don't really let me be me. You know what I'm saying? But now Twitter, I don't know how I feel about this. Twitter is paying people, kind of like click rate, CPM or whatever, based on replies. So now, like some of the engagement questions they do and ask on there are just ridiculous already. And now it's just going to be out of control. And I don't think I've ever heard Meet Kevin say, follow me on Twitter. In his most recent video, he was like, oh, you got to follow me on Twitter. Twitter's blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, come on, bro. Like, how desperate are you for just to milk every penny you can out of your people? Anyway, Fraudora, this one has just been a dog. Clayton, I saw some of the Jewel people trying to hype up Clayton over the weekend. I'm sorry, dude. I've used Clayton. They got some problems over there, man. This chain is garbage. I think the only reason DeFi, I could be wrong. The only reason DeFi Kingdoms is over there is Clayton probably paid him a bunch of money. Harmony One, I got to tell you, man, I am very impressed. Though not surprised. The community is still really, really strong over there. One of like the big validator bros or whatever, I think legit sold his house and bought a bunch of Harmony One. Maybe they know some shit over there. They got some like roadmaps and like cross sharding coming. I'm like, someone needs to explain to me why cross sharding is a big deal. Like, you got no volume over there. You got nothing going on. You have nothing going on Harmony One, right? I do think if you want to, I'm not gonna though. I'm like, Tom, just throw $1,000 in a Harmony One, because I do think, man, if it got back to all-time highs, 30 cents, you're talking like a 15x. 15x ain't nothing to sneeze at, but turning $1,000 into 15,000, and I don't know that it will reach all-time highs. It could just easily fail. So for me, I think, again, Radiant. I love me some Radiant. I'm going to continue to pile some money into that instead. But we've looked at it. I mean, don't hate me, baby pleb. You know I love you. But what is there to get excited? Cross sharding doesn't excite me. DeFi Kingdoms. This thing has 13 million TVL. 13 million. I don't 5 million of it's DeFi Kingdoms. I don't even understand that. Like DeFi King, is it just people? Explain it to me. I really don't understand. Tranquil Finance is the only cool thing over there. It's got 2 million. Synapse is a bridge. So I don't even really know how that's, they just have, I don't, Aave 1.5 million. That's pretty impressive. I don't like, is there really something that good on Aave over there? And Sushi Swap, there's some yield farming going on there. Yeah, it's pretty. Nah, they haven't recovered them funds. Them funds are gone. I think they recovered a little bit, like a couple million or something. I don't know what that really means. I'm pretty sure things are pretty off peg there still. Yeah, I sold on my Harmony one pretty much soon after that too. I wish them the best, right? I don't think they're ever gonna be like. Why would what what chance does Harmony one really have? I don't know how much room there's going to be in the next 5 to 10 years for layer ones, especially when you got Ethereum. If Ethereum gets all its cross sharding and all that shit like they should, they got some of the best devs on the planet. That's where all the money is. The layer twos are really, really turning it up. Layer twos are going to be all the rage and all the talk. This next time around, I think DeFi summer is going to be insane on Optimism and Arbitrum. And so why be in Harmony One? Why be in a lot of these shit layer one chains? Like even Phantom, like even Aave, right? If you could just go over on the Big Daddy, the Big Papa, and do things over there for cheap. It's slightly inconvenient that you got to send your money to Arbitrum and then you got to send it to back. I don't know if there's like bridge risk. You know what I'm saying? If it's the same type of bridge risk, I'd be honest, I would like to know more about that. Because you have to send your money over, but it's layer two. I don't know, so I don't know. We'll have to see how it plays out. For me, I'm all about non-EVM layer one, right? That's why two of the reasons I love things like Cardano, Atom, and Polkadot. I think Near is its own EVM, but Near doesn't really excite me. Atom, I don't know, man. Like I love Atom, and I continue to accumulate dollar cost into Atom, but they got a lot of these. What do they call them? IBC hubs. None of them are really doing much, like other than Osmosis. And Osmosis is it's basically a yield farm. It's just a DEX. It's its own chain with the DEX. So I don't know. I think it's the way the IBC works is pretty cool, but how do the validators work? Farnswoggle P. Horsetooth? Do like each one of these IBC chains have to have their own validators? That's a good question. I really don't know. I know that's one of my biggest complaint with subnets. Subnets are stupid. You got DeFi Kingdoms, the DFK chain. It's its own subnet that has to have its own set of validators. There's pros and cons to everything, right? What's the Nakamoto effect on DFK? Like that thing could be hacked and taken down so easily. I think they have like 8 validators, and they're all run by DeFi Kingdoms. That's not the decentralization I want. We don't talk about the one coin. It's in the title, bro. Anyway, where were we? We pretty much just went through all. Let's see how the markets do. Oh, let's take a look at the charts. The SPX has broken out here above this descending, slightly expanding wedge. Will it come back down and retest? Will it come back down into this? That is the $1 million question. We need to have a poll. Do we do? I had a great poll question last night, but I can't remember it. Let me think. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, is this going to come back down and retest? The Wolf of Wall Street has basically, I think, the same. Yeah, this is basically the same trend line I do, or very similar. This yellow line right here. No, this yellow line right here. Let's see. We got to line this bitch up. Oh, let's get rid of some stuff, clean this up. I mean, this was cool, but let's. We want to get rid of that one. Let's get rid of, what the hell do I got going on right here? I get a little crazy. A little cray-cray with my lines. And that's to extend the 200. We can take a look at that again. All right, we can get rid of that. Get rid of that. Let's turn this off for a second. All right, so we get this trend line. Let's get this fixed up a little bit. That goes all the way back till 2008. And I tell you what, the Wolf of Wall Street had the same trend line. I don't know how long he's had that on his channel, but I've had this on my. I've had this right here, and this right here, the .com bubble comparison, pretty much since a few months into the creation of my channel. But I kind of have the same belief he does. We will come back and revisit. We will most likely come back and revisit this trend line. If that happens in, what the hell is going on over here? That happens in 2030. That happens in 2030. We are where we are now. I would love it to be, I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess we could eventually start it. It's not like we haven't seen long trend lines in the past, but that one reset down. Yeah, these long trend lines, they tend to, if anything, this thing would come all the way down and reset down again. I don't know. Times are different with all this high frequency trading, all these algorithmic trading. To me, it just kind of leads to what I think are going to be faster and bigger bubbles over time. So I don't know. NASDAQ, same thing. We got a long-term trend line, goes all the way back. We can get rid of this. Well, man, what all these scribbles? Get rid of that. What am I doing over here? What am I freaking doing? This is a little bit cleaner chart. And this is what I do see possibly happening going down. Same thing. This is a pretty big down move on the NASDAQ. I mean, to get there, we're looking at another 41%. I don't know. This does keep me awake at night, boys and girls. This right here, we're going to draw a line in right now. This is typically what happens. You go parabolic and then you come back down. You revert to the mean. So we'll see how this works out. Bitcoin, like we were saying, now I'm out of control with the lines. Bitcoin coming up on, we need to turn this back on. Coming up, so this green extended line here, I'm just drawing out where the 200 is. It is getting really interesting. Again, this could be a good long entry point. It has come back down on the daily and touched the 20. And you do see right here, golden cross happening almost as we speak. Golden Cross can be very bullish. There's probably going to be at least 3 or 4 YouTubers titles today. We're right here where the 50 is getting ready to cross the 200. This is going to happen. I mean, I don't know, dude. Today, tomorrow, if Bitcoin starts pumping today, it can be over. Well, let's see what this has done in the past when it's crossed. Let's see the most recent one. I mean, here's the death cross. Let's see, we're looking for green and blue. Here's the death cross. Down, came back up, retested. This is probably the short of a lifetime right here if you got in right here. Let's see. Here is the last golden cross right here. And we did get a nice... So I might have to go long right here. I might have to go long. Last golden cross did give us a nice 50% pump, and then we lost it. But this was going in, this was really like a weird bear market rally, if you ask me. A lot of people consider the April peak the real peak. I think this is just kind of like, and it was this really weird, like bear market rally that actually went higher than the last one. So it's kind of a weird situation. You know, this did end the 4-year cycle. Or, I mean, this whole thing was weird because this is the China mining capitulation, you know, Tesla, a lot of events happen right here to really kind of cause this to happen. So I don't know if if the China thing didn't happen, if Tesla would have held on to their Bitcoin, I think maybe this shit did reach 100K. You know what I'm saying? So this was a very weird 4-year cycle because of a lot of that. But because this golden cross, let's see what happened the last time the golden cross happened right before. That's the real deal Holyfield right there. So the last halving was in May of 2020, and the bull run really didn't even start until October. I mean, if you bought back here in 2019, you bought Bitcoin at 4,000, so you were doing really good. Like you were up 4 or 5x before it really started happening. I didn't start buying Bitcoin till about 11,000, right about here in December, I think. I think I did buy like a little bit at 8,000. Anyway, the last golden cross, let's see what we got. We are about 14 months before the halving. So let's go to May of 2020. Let's go to May of 2019. And let's go to like March. So we did get a golden cross about a year before. And it did go up about 200%. Not bad. Problem is that it did go back down. I'm going to say it really only went down about 50%. Because I'm not going to include this COVID. And it was still up about 53% from the cross. So there's going to be some upturns and some pullbacks. I might be doing some things on things like Radiant and futures hedging these plays, just slight 10-15% hedging. So we'll take a look at that as that comes. So I could see the same thing happening. It did do another death cross. It did do another golden cross, another death cross. So I don't, history tells me this upcoming golden cross might be a good long opportunity, but a lot of YouTubers are going to start talking about how, the bottom's in, this is a bull market, blah, blah, blah. We're going to, 700,000. We got plenty of time. Although I will say this year, the front running is going to come sooner. I would be surprised if the same thing happened where the bull run didn't start till like 6 months after the halving. I think if anything, it might be 6 months before. A lot more people are involved with crypto. A lot more retail and uh, big investment understand the 4 year cycle. Most of these people were beginners, newbies, right? Even like the big crypto firms or the big and the big firms, you know, the big money. They were learning quick, but you know, up until the last bull run, 90% of these fools thought Bitcoin was a Ponzi scheme. So I could see the front running coming early. Let's see. That's all I got on that. Let's take a look at what's going on over in Cardano. Like I said, I've thrown about $11,000 in a Liquid Finance. I think Liquid Finance is a really good product. We'll be covering that a bit more tomorrow on, you know, my major concerns with Cardano and how Cardano could fail. But a lot of people are yakking on Twitter about red flags and Liquid Finance. The only real red flag is that Dwayne Cameron, the founder, is a bit of a douchebag. He's a bit unprofessional. I mean, I like the guy. He gets a little hot, gets a little heated on Twitter, says some very unprofessional stuff to people, and I'm just like, bro. And that is a big problem I do have. The Cardano does have a great community, but there's a lot of arrogant, like it's kind of like Apple versus Apple versus Microsoft. Apple, I'm sure this is still the case, but they did a study, and people that own Apple products were more arrogant and thought they were, you know, better than you. And I just see a lot of that in the Cardano community and with Cardano projects and some weird stuff going on over there. I wish they would just chill the F out. And, you know, I'm not saying everyone, but Liquid Finance and especially Dwayne, they do have that kind of, you know, that kind of he definitely has that kind of arrogance to him. Liquid Finance has been getting, I really don't understand why the Liquid token is getting destroyed so hard, because it's not emitting yet, as far as I understand. Like the coin's not emitting. So if the coin was emitting, this would make more sense. So if you were earning Liquid and people were dumping it, does that mean more dumping is going to come? If you take a look at, I'm not overly worried about it dumping. In fact, I'm probably not going to buy it, but I might pick some up if it gets really cheap. I do think the next bull run is going to be very beneficial if you got some min swap, Liquid Finance, some Indy, right? I love Indigo Protocol. Liquid Perpetuals, that's a whole different thing. All right, so they have a fixed supply of, just like Bitcoin, 21 million. The problem is that we don't know what the circulating supply is. We don't know what the market cap is, right? So we don't know any of that. I gotta imagine. Oh, actually, Tap Tools has this information. Diluted market cap 520. I wish they had an option on Tap Tools to see this in USD. It's cool. I mean, is there an option to do that? It's just too much math in my head. Tap Tools, you got a great product over here, bro. We're sick of looking at your pictures at you in the gym. But let's add an option to see what this shit is in USD. This is part of the arrogance I'm talking about. Diluted market cap 520 million ADA, so that's like $240 million. That's a lot, bro. Is Liquid Finance really worth $240 million? Probably not. Probably not. So that it's definitely not a coin I would be looking at. Now, do I think it could become $1 billion crypto in the next bull run? We'll have to see. I will tell you. Let me get Liquid Finance pulled up. DYDX. I'm gonna have to take a look at this. Are they on? Okay, so they're just on Ethereum right now. I don't know how soon they're gonna be on Atom. All right, Liquid. So I will say it's really cool. I'm earning. I would love to put all my money. I would put all my Cardano on here, right? But there's DeFi risk. If Liquid gets hacked, they rug pull. They say it's non-custodial, but I don't know how true that is because you basically give them Cardano and then they give you back QATA. So I think there's too much risk here. I'd love to get old DC on the horn and talk to him, but he'd probably hang up on him because I tell him, look, bro, stop being a douchebag. Anyway, I'm earning 3.62% right now, and this is variable. It'll be interesting to see where it sticks. When I first put it in here, it was around 3 point some percent. It got as high as 4%, and that's on top. So you're earning that just by depositing it. You're earning this 3.6%. Plus, you're still earning if it's in a wallet that's staked, which mine is. So I'm earning like 7% on this 11,000 ADA. In 1 year's time, this is going to earn me like 700 ADA. Sign me up, dude. Like if I knew this was a 100% safe, all my Cardano would be on here right now, right? But again, DeFi, a lot of people don't understand a lot of the risks that's involved by doing this, and so I want to keep regurgitating it. I know most people in this chat are very well acquainted with advanced DeFi. I just don't want that one person to come in and YOLO all his Cardano on Liquid Finance and then Liquid rug pulls or gets hacked and then you lose all your Cardano. That's a very, very, very real risk. Cardano, they talk about how secure it is, but it's really how secure it wants to be, right? This is the very, very, very early days of Cardano. Cardano DeFi. There's been no real reason for a lot of bad actors to come over here and start trying to steal money. We're probably going to have some horrific stories come up here in the next bull run of some more. We've already had like one rug pull. It's up in the air of whether it was a rug pull or not. Hacks, things like that. Oh. Anyway, like I said, I do have 11,000 over here. You can borrow, and some people were trying to be crafty. Like you put 10,000 on here, you're earning 3.6%. You borrow, you pay 12%. So you could borrow like 25% of it. So you're really only paying like 3% because it's 25% of your 100% deposited. And you can loop it back in. I'm just like, what, dude? I will say 11% APY is a little bit high. This can be a really great platform to, for example, say we have a golden cross and, Cardano goes up like 200%. And then you think, let's say Cardano goes up to like $1, right? And you think there's going to be a pullback. It goes up like 165. If Bitcoin has a golden cross and we do get a nice little pump before a nice little pullback, I could see Cardano going to $1. And you're like, okay. I think there's going to be a fat 50% pullback in Cardano. And over time, you will get a pullback. So if you could time it somewhat right, you find nice support and resistance to do it, you could come over here and borrow. I might deposit like 10,000 more and borrow 10,000 Cardano against it. The 10,000 Cardano that I borrow, I sell for USD, and then hopefully they add USD or IUSD, or there's going to be places to yield farm with the USD, so I can earn some of that interest I'm paying back, and I'm hedging my position. So eventually, Cardano is going to have a nice little pullback, and you should be able to take that USD, get more Cardano, pay back your loan, and own more Cardano, right? But that is a very patient, advanced game, and I will be looking to do some. And it takes some balls to do some of this stuff. But right now, the carrying cost to do that is 11.7%, which is a little bit high. But again, like I say, you can do some things to offset that. You can sell your Cardano into IESD or DJED. Hopefully that stuff will become collateral over here pretty soon. You can earn interest on it. Or you can sell, Teddy Swap's going to be having stable coin yield farms going on. You're probably only going to, but even if you can earn 6%, you're offsetting your API quite a bit, right? You're offsetting your carrying cost. Anything else going on Cardano? AGIX, we were talking about AGIX and asked about AI earlier. AGIX is singularity.net. New NTX is another interesting one that I'm watching. It's cloud computing. AGIX, again, singularity.net. It's on. This one confuses me a little bit because it's a Cardano. Look at this thing, man. I bought this thing around 50 cents, I think. What is this? Why is this way up here? Oh my goodness, dude. This shit's worth over 1 ADA now. Like I've 2x my money. Look at this gap up. What the hell happened? I think I noticed this last night. This thing gapped up like crazy. Man, I wish I would have bought. Someone should have told me to buy more AGIX. I don't know how much AGIX I have. I am kind of interested to look at this real quick. This is one thing I do hate about MinSwap. You don't know how much your position is. All right, let's get over here. We need to go to that. We need to go to that. Need to get this little refresh. Yeah, dude. It's on Ethereum right now, but they're migrating to Cardano. I don't know what does that mean. They're migrating to like Macomata, or is it Emergo? Like I know they have a EVM converter, but does the EVM converter take him straight to Cardano? Someone get Charles on the line for me. Crypto does have some predatory UI. What does that mean? Key info is not sharing with you, I believe, on purpose. What do you mean, bro? What's new in MinSwap? Filter orders, limit orders. You can now use the Min wallet. Why would I use the Min wallet? Nope. Well, I didn't see them saying. What? Oh. Like how much? Yeah, gain, loss, yield. Nah, I don't know if it's on purpose. I was trying to find a VFAT for Cardano. If anyone has a good way, like a good yield farm calculator, like 10 Network or what, some of those 8 ones or whatever, where you could go and it shows you all that info, please tell me. That would be amazing. Like, it's not that hard, guys. I don't understand. Like, how many AGIX coins do I have? What's the dollar value of this? You want to know why I know it's not that hard? Here's my LP value over on Radiant. I started with 1,800. Oh yeah, I was talking about Radiant wallet or Rabbi wallet in the Discord this week. I highly recommend this wallet. Rabby, I think I spelled it wrong, Rabby. It works on any site that has that works with MetaMask. Right here it says MetaMask is in use and Rabby is banned. You just flip it and it'll go to Rabby. And if you want to go back to MetaMask, you go back to MetaMask. This has some really cool features. Like it'll show you all your tokens across chains and things, your DeFi, your NFTs. Right, look at all my shitty Harmony One NFTs I have. But if you ever want to go back to, and it has a lot of things I haven't even used yet, but if you ever want to go back to MetaMask, you just flip that. One really cool thing, two really cool things Rabby has. MetaMask is collecting all your information. Rabby doesn't. And this has a really cool function, even with like your ledger, and you're doing things. It will check the smart contract to make sure you're not doing something stupid. And it'll tell you like warning, you're about to give approval to list all your NFTs, right? So this could save your account one day. Like, because that's the problem, even with the ledger, you're just like, oh yeah, click, bam. You could still lose all your shit because you didn't pay attention to what the smart contract's doing. And this is really good because it'll warn you. All right, let's get connected. What is going on? Select preferred. Is this shit broke? Let me flip this over to MetaMask for a second. Maybe it doesn't like. And this is another thing I hate about it. You click on MetaMask and it doesn't do nothing. If you click on it again, it'll pop up and disappear. See? Oh, look at this. Oh my goodness. All right, we're on optimism over there. Let's try that. Let's get back to Radiant. All right, there we go. Now I'm going to do this. Flip. All right, so I have $2,860 in LP. So I know LP's 50-50. I roughly have $1,430 in Radiant token and $1,430 in Ethereum, right? I come over to MinSwap. I don't know shit. Let's see. I have 1,141,000,000. So theoretically, 1,141,000,000. No, I want to look at AGIX. I have 3,356,000,000. 3.35 billion. If we come over and look at, how do we do this? We could come over and look at your liquidity, 3.35. So we need the overall liquidity. Does that show that in the farm? Lock liquidity, 26 billion. So if we do 3.35 divided by 26.6 equals 0.0 times 100. No, divided by 100, 10,000. I'm like 0.001% of the pool. But how do I know how much is in the pool? Is it 26? See, like, come on, dude. Like, so what I can do, and it's a bit annoying. My liquidity, I can come here. Oh, so I have to do this farm. So this is earning me AGIX, a decent amount, like one a day maybe. Let's see, withdrawal. Let's see, all right, this is annoying, but let's do it. Cost me a few ADA to do this. There's got to be a way to calculate it. Transaction failed. See how long this takes. We'll take a look at this real quick. We'll take a look at Radiant, my yellow play, and if we have some time, we can maybe talk about my journey last week. If not, we'll save it for another stream. All right, so we should be able to come over here. Your liquidity. There. I think this will update in a second. Anything coming up on the launch bowl? Doesn't look like it. I wish I would have got involved in the Indigo launch bowl because they have a really good farm for that. Let's see, LB. Yeah, you can do ADA Indy for like 60%. It's freaking insane. The regular farm is much less. ADA LQ, I am farming that. I'm really excited for Mel to come out too, see what that's all about. ADA Indy, I mean, it's not bad, 23%. I'm just taking all my Indy and locking it up on their, whatchamacallit, on the governance, and you earn ADA over there. So, all right, let's see if this is updated yet. All right, yeah, we can take this, remove 100%. So I have 354 AGIX, which is equivalent to about 400 ADA. So what is that? 400, 100, I have about $320 over there. Not a lot. Let's get this back in there and continue to earn. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, dog? All right. I've been tempted to buy some of this NTX. Been tempted to buy some more WMT too. I think WMT is going to be huge. I would be hard pressed to tell anyone to buy AGIX right now. My gut instinct is I probably should sell. But I'm just gonna yield farm, earn as much as I can, and long term hold. Like I got like $200 maybe in AGIX. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe that $200 turns into like 20, 30, 40, 50,000 in the next 10 years, right? Yield farm and forget about it. I'm not YOLOing a bunch of money into it. It's just overhyped right now because of ChatGPT and what's going on. I will tell you that bro over there is a smart bro. He knows a lot about AG and AGI. So this could be a banger, but it also high risk. It could be a flop. All right. Radiant is the one I'm most excited about. They did have this is my exciting YOLO play. Again, I was buying this coin at 10%. I started yield farming it at 10. Did I say percent? 10 cents. It is now 23 cents. It has been going up and down between like, man, we just had a huge spike. What the hell was that? 8 viewers in the house. How is everyone doing? Be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. This is hands down, bar none. It's a little bit advanced over here, right? You might be a little bit intimidated, but we'll get you up to speed in no time. Anyway, I want to put more on here. I really want to put like another 5 ETH on here. But this shit is DeFi. There's DeFi risk. Right now, I've deposited Ethereum. There's a lot of different ways to play this, right? Like before, I was depositing Ethereum and borrowing Ethereum. Less chance, you don't have to watch your health factor as much, right? But I swapped all that out and I borrowed the dollar instead because I think I'm going to be yield farming this and Ethereum's going to go to like $5,000. Well, it's going to take a lot less ETH to pay my loan off if that happens, right? Now, the opposite happens, we start having another crash. My health, Ethereum starts going down in value. That means my collateral goes down in value and I got to watch my health factor and I either got to start paying. And it's pretty easy for me to pay this loan off because all the money I borrowed is right here, right? So the problem is I'm paying 6.6% interest and I'm only earning 2.5. So over time, I over like the last week or two, we did this last week. So I've this is $20 or so in interest a month. All right. Well, after a year, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not overly worried about that. And I'm earning 17% in Radiant, which I think is going to go up insane in value. So I'm earning 2.73% Radiant, 1.66% Radiant, and so I'm earning over 20% in Radiant right now on like $18,000. Well, really, 17% on 6,000 and 4% on 12,000. And then you can vest this. These right here, you can vest. So I'm going to let this build up a little bit. You can vest it. And what that does is where manage Radiant. Yeah, you earn platform fees and this stuff right here. I've earned a whopping 9 cents so far, but I've only been in this for a few weeks and you can't take Radiant and throw it in here. I wish you could. You got to earn it and throw it in here. So this takes some time to build up. So I'm earning Radiant fees on $86. Now they do have some changes coming up in version 2 that's coming up mid-February. I've read through the white paper. I don't fully understand it all. Everyone seems to believe it's going to make this a lot better platform and actually profitable in the future. They've recently listed on MEXC. I don't know how many people use MEXC. Like I said, there's no Coinbase, no Binance, but now you can buy Radiant on MEXC. And they are listing on, let's see. L Bank will list Radiant Capital. I don't know what L Bank is, but it's apparently the 19th largest Hong Kong based SEX, established in 2015, ranked 19 according to Coin. So, I mean, that's not going to bring selling pressure. I don't know how many people in Hong Kong are waiting to buy Radiant. I don't know that this is going to do much for the price or whatever, but we'll have to see. I could see Radiant getting listed on, KuCoin, Coinbase in the future. This is on Arbitrum. Arbitrum is going, in my opinion, be a freaking banger in the next DeFi bull run because it's ETH. You're on Ethereum. You know how you invest in Arbitrum? You buy Ethereum. The gas is in Ethereum, but the gas fees are they're cheaper than Harmony One, guys and gals. It costs me literally like pennies. Well, sometimes it's like $4, but I mean, try to do some shit over on Ethereum. You're talking, unless you're doing hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars, it's not worth it. They're already the 4th largest protocol in TVL with 2.24 billion. Ethereum's 38.7 billion. The last bull run, Ethereum hit 100. Is that it? I thought it was more. Only 150 billion. I mean, that's a 5x away. I think it's going to shatter 200, 300, 400 billion possibly. I could see Arbitrum going, 20 billion. Avalanche was 20 billion. Avalanche is stupid. Like, what's there to do on Avalanche? A bunch of garbage. Wonderland, isn't that magic internet money? Come on, what is Wonderland? Now, is this magic internet money the biggest? What is this? Reserve currency. Olympus DAO. Oh, I remember this. Yeah, this is some weird shit. I don't know if this is going to be something or not. I remember looking into it and kind of liking the Olympus stuff, but it was a very Ponzi like. Where's their lending? Iron Bank is their top lending platform. I need to get a hold of the boys over at Radiant, tell them to get their ass over here. Radiant is going to Binance too. Iron Bank, there's no real lending over. How is Avalanche getting like 20 billion? Oh, Aave's lending. Okay. I don't know why it doesn't say that. Binance, Radiant's going to Binance. Number 2, TVL. I think Binance is a shit show. I don't know how. Venus has 1.3 billion, 1.39 billion TVL. Radiant's coming for you. And if people are gonna, I bet people on Binance are gonna be aware of this and be like, yeah, let's go earn some free money over on Radiant. Currently, some of the main, like again, the team members are very active. Right now, it's the number one. It's only 278 million TVL. Let's see what this TVL has done. Look at this. In the last 2 weeks, it's doubled in TVL. And I think this is gonna reach $1 billion plus. I think the market cap is insane on this. The market cap, holy shit. Must be because of the emissions kind of high. When we looked at this last week, it was 13 million and the coin hasn't even doubled. Or maybe they updated some stuff, but still 37 million? If this becomes $1 billion market cap, you're talking a conservative 20-30x. You know, I'm kind of building emissions too. The circulating supply is 163 million, so 50% of it's out there already. Anyway, that's it on Radiant. Let's see what we got. Hit that like button. I'm registering 20. What? I'm registering 24 in the house, F30. What are you talking about, bro? 40 WTF, you're getting rated, or they out? 40? Oh, I had 40 people in here. I do, yeah. I don't know what happened. Like, they just popped in for a second, or were they bots or something? I don't know. It did. Yeah, it happened twice. 33, 32. I don't know what the 17. Bunch of dumb people if they were real people because they didn't stick around. Probably just a bunch of Harmony 1 people coming in and saw that I wasn't talking about Harmony 1. Me, I need to do it. Had to be bots. Yeah, maybe. All right, that's all I have. Let's see what's going on in the markets real quick. Bitcoin 22.8, boring AF. The NASDAQ 111. I guess we might not get that rally I was hoping for today. So we'll see how that plays out. Anyway, guess we could talk about my my weekend. Last week, let's see, 2 weeks ago, I got really sick. You know, I was complaining about pain right here, and I threw up. I think that was like totally unrelated. And then remember when I was having problems breathing and I was talking about chest pain, and I was like, I could barely talk and I would be like huffing for breath. And then that kind of went away after a couple days. And then I kind of like one day I mentioned I had some leg pain, and then I kind of just shrugged it off. And Retro was like, "You can't just say you have leg pain and just forget about it." Wow. It was Friday. Let's see, Friday the 27th, possibly Saturday the 28th. And I'm like, because my leg was hurting, my calf was swollen, and it looked a little like purple. I'm like, shit, man. And I knew I had that shit in my chest and a hard time breathing. And I'm like, let me Google what this can mean. Hard time breathing, swollen, one leg swollen, blood clot. Like, wow, fuck. Blood clot can't be good, right? Blood clots are no bueno. I'm like, I probably don't have a blood clot. It's probably just a little bronchitis, a little bit of COVID, a little bit of, infection up in the lungs. And now, I have a bum knee, maybe, and I was doing, maybe it's just swollen, right? And I really didn't want to go to the emergency room, right? So I'm like, screw it. Well, and I knew I had a doctor's appointment the following Tuesday, last week, right? On the 31st, I knew I had a doctor's appointment. So I'm like, I'll just wait. Because it was like Saturday, and I'm like, I'm not missing the Chiefs game. I'm not going to miss that Chiefs game. So then I go to the doctor, and I'm like, yo, bro, like, check out my leg. And, I'm worried about blood clots. And he looked at me kind of crazy, like, blood clots, that's probably not, And then he looked at my leg, and he started, is there pain there? He's like, there shouldn't be pain. I'm like, yeah, bro, it hurts a little bit. And my doctor's really good. And I think he listened to my lungs and stuff. And he's like, and he leaves the room, and he comes back. He's like, I really don't, I think it's highly unlikely it's blood clots, but you should go to the ER. And he's like, they had me sign a paper that says I refuse to take an ambulance ride to the ER. And he got me in, like, he's a really cool bro. He got me in with like this imaging place later in the day, so that I didn't have to go sit in the ER for a long time. And then so I go to this imaging place like 8 hours later. Ooh, smoke show. Smoke show handled my, she was really freaking cool too. Really freaking cool. And, very chatty, talking to me, blah, blah, blah. And she's doing the sonogram up by my nutsack, my femoral artery or whatever. And you go all the way down. And she like put that thing on my leg, and she's like, so what are you doing tonight? And I'm like, hey, baby. I'm like, I don't know. I'm probably going to go home and watch some TV and chill. And she's like, you might want to change your plans because I'm not letting you leave. And I'm just like, ugh. So she immediately found a blood clot right up here by my thingamabobber. And then they're like, you need to get a ride over to the hospital, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, that's not going to happen. The hospital's literally like 3 blocks away. So I just said, okay. And then I go out and I drive to the ER. I pull up to this parking spot, and then this other car comes, and I'm sitting there waiting, and this other car comes around. What a C-bomb, right? Because I didn't have my blinker on, I'm telling her to go like this, and she's like, fuck you, and she just takes the spot, right? Oh, if I would have had a pipe, almost road rage on her. Anyway, went into the ER. What a shit show the ER is. We had a hospital recently in a city very, very close by closed down. So the ER is just freaking overwhelmed in all the hospitals here. It's very hard for me to move, very hard for me to get up. And I'm basically sitting out there for like 9 hours waiting to get seen. And I hand them a thing that says I have a blood clot right in my leg. No preferential treatment. They say, people get in earlier based on their needs. There's crackheads, heroin addicts, meth heads out there, all kinds of people. And I got a blood clot Nope. Sit your ass out there and wait. After about 9 hours and a bunch of different blood tests and CAT scans, I'd go get a CAT scan. They'd throw my ass back out in the waiting room. I finally get a bed in the ER, and talk about a freaking nightmare. There was this one lady in there, help me, I can't, for hours on end. And then there was this other person moaning and groaning. All the nurses, all kinds of people, and I had is a little curtain, lights are on. So I was in the ER bed for about, I don't know, like 8 or 10 hours. And then this chick out in the hallway had a seizure. So they moved me out into the hallway instead and moved her back in there. I'm having to pee into a bottle. I'm getting no sleep. I didn't have any food for like 36 hours. The nurses in the ER were just most of them just didn't give a shit about you. And then they moved me. And then, so they were going, the nurse and intervention told me, so they did they found blood clot in each lung, so 2 pulmonary embolisms and an extensive deep vein thrombosis in my leg. So the blood clot all the way down my leg. But the good news is it wasn't a branched, they call it branch, where it, like, you have 2 and it branches across. It wasn't branched. And the major blood clot in my leg was like an inch away from where they would have had to intervene with like a procedure. So they put me on heparin, and I am blood thinner, and now I'm on blood thinners. I probably have to be on them for life, which sucks. So she was going to release me, right? And she did the release papers, but I was also waiting for a bed upstairs. But because my bed got ready upstairs at the same time as she said she was going to release me, and then like 3 hours later, the doctor's like, no, I'm not going to release you. So now my bed's gone. And they're like, you know what? Screw you. We're going to throw you out in a chair. It was a nicer chair, kind of like one of those ones where they do chemotherapy or whatever in this dark room. So it was dark, but the chair is extremely uncomfortable. And a person with the DVT shouldn't be sitting in a chair like that, right? So now they threw me out of my bed, and they took away my bed upstairs. And I bitched at them. They don't care. Like, screw you. They just keep saying, what do you want us to do? Just say, I'm going to try really hard to get your bed. That's all you have to fucking say, right? At least say, yeah, we screwed up. We'll try and fix it. That's all you have to do. But instead, they want to argue and blah. And it's just like, you know what? And, they get this little bit. I'm very appreciative for what they did during COVID and this and that. But them times are over, right? Them days are over. I salute you, but it's time to move on, right? We've moved on. The whole world has moved on from this, and now we got to accept it, right? And you're getting paid a lot of effing money. There's travel nurses there. Do you have any idea how much money? It sucks. What they do sucks. I understand it, but you're getting paid a fuck ton of money. A fuck ton of money. Do your job, right? My job sucks. I'm not asking to walk a mile in your shoes. I'm sure it's miserable, but walk a mile in my shoes too. It's not a lot of fun, right? A lot of stress, a lot of hard work. Anyway, they woke me up in the middle of the night. I finally got a bed, so it was my own room. I can't wait to get the hospital bill. I might be handing my hand out for donations. I got good insurance, so hopefully it's not that bad. I think my max out-of-pocket cost is either $3,000 or $6,000. So if I have to scramble together and put $6,000, it's gonna hurt because I'd rather invest that into crypto. I probably will do a payment plan for a little while so that I can invest it in crypto and just pay it off slowly, because I'm not gonna miss that bull run. But anyway, I finally got a bed, finally got some sleep, and then I finally got released the next day. So anyway, that's the story. HT Warrior in the house. How you doing, brother? Let's get caught up with the chat. Let's see, about effing time. And there you go. So, am I a ticking time bomb? Stroke, heart attack waiting to happen? I hope not. I'm not big on taking, I don't like taking medicine, but you can bet your ass I'm taking my blood thinners. I didn't. Oh, the nurse. It's still like she wasn't hot, but she was really cool. So I don't know. Like she gave me her card. We had a lot in common. I'll say that. The doctor was a Indian dude. I liked him at first. He was a real, and I'm not racist. I could give a shit if you're Indian. I respect the Indian people for driving, for you wanting all your people to be doctors. That's great. Might be a good decision going forward because I hate to take it. I hate to break it to you. AI is going to take over a lot of the medical industry. We're still going to need like we're not surgeons like that shit's. It's all going to be robots and artificial intelligence. Why the hell are we going to have some unsteady hand fucking up, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm sure we can. Artificial intelligence and robots could be 99.999% accurate, where the human's never going to be that, right? Even the best surgeon, it's going to be better. Artificial intelligence and robots will be better than the best, by bar none, the best surgeon on the planet. I mean, it's a little bit scary having robots slicing and dicing you, but that's because you just watch too many horror films. Let's see. Them days. What days are over? What days are over? Sound. Oh, yeah. I would be curious to see how effed it would be if it wasn't for that hospital closing. I mean, I know it was really bad during like the initial COVID. I have to probably attribute a lot of it to that hospital, and I think that was just recently. So, sis needed an operation, 15K. Thanks, HT. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my max out of pocket 6,000. So I'll follow up on that today. When do I find out if you're on blood thinners for life? I don't know. I have to get. They want me to follow up with a hematologist to try and figure out why I got the blood clot. You know what? I kind of think I might have had a blood clot in my lung for years. Because there's been times where I would go out and just like walk up a ramp and I would have a little pain in my chest and really hard time breathing. And it didn't make a lot of sense to me because I'm like, I know I'm out of shape, but I'm not that out of shape, right? And it didn't feel like asthma. So that thing could have been building up for a long time. But anyway, I'll eventually have to do follow up CAT scans. I probably will have to be on it for life. I'm not overly thrilled with that because, blood thinners, right? You bleed. It's harder to stop the bleeding. I have to watch if there's like my stool, internal bleeding can be a big problem. Blood starts coming out my ears or my stool is blood, dark. If my stool gets really dark with blood in it, that's a problem. And my problem is my releases. See if anyone put that two and two together. My releases, when I drop the kids off the pool, there's some big release. I'm releasing some big fish sometimes, and there's a little bit of tearing going on sometimes. Is it possible to have a blood clot for years? I don't know why not. I don't know why not. I don't know. I could follow up with that. But again, I've had that shortness of breath feeling that I had last week. I've had that in the past. And I'm like, well, why did it go away after a couple days? And she's like, your body adjusts to it. So what did what feel like, bro? All right, it is 8:03, 9 people in the house. How is everyone doing? Be sure, 8 people, be sure to hit that like button. Really enjoyed coming back. Let's see, Bitcoin. Ooh, look at this, Bitcoin, 23,000. Yeah, I really don't know, bro. I really don't know. All right, everyone. It's Monday. It's a fun day Monday. Back to the grind, back to the salt mines. It sucks. I am no mood to go back to work. I kind of want to just take an emergency vacation and recoup from being in the gulag for 3 days. Oh my goodness, what a miserable experience. I would not wish that upon my worst enemy. But I was sitting there thinking, like, fuck, man, this is terrible. I wonder like how this does compare to like being in prison. I would imagine some things about prison are better and some things are worse, but probably mostly worse, right? Pizza stream. Bro, I'm trying to get my health better and you want me to throw pizza? I'll tell you what, Rust is as much as I want to play a little bit of Rust, I ain't playing no more Rust because sitting in a chair all day for work, I got to get up around and walk at least a few, and then like following it up with another 6 to 8 hours of Rust. That's how you get a blood clot, boys and girls. I have a standing desk. I use it. I'm really excited because they put me on, or they had a physical therapist come to me because I've talked about how weak my legs are around my knees, and I've been trying to build that back up, but it's been tough because of my knee. But they gave me some exercises to do. I've been doing those, so I'm really excited. I'll update you with my progress on that. They want me to go to a physical therapist. And I had been working towards really turning my health around again with walking, getting sunlight, vitamin D, blah, blah, blah. And then bam, life hits me with a big old whammy, right? So I'm not going to let it derail me. I'm going to continue to try and eat cleaner and cleaner. Let's see. Supposedly the pressure on the back of your thigh from a chair will yeah, that's the thing too, because I can feel the pressure on like the back of my leg at the end of my chair. And I love this chair, but I also lifted up and I put my feet on a footrest too. You've never seen, well, I don't stand on stream. I might do that a little. I've actually done some videos standing, bitch. And I think I lost 5 pounds, but I'm going to continue to lose weight, continue to eat. I've been doing some OMADs on days, a little bit of more longer fasts and etc. Standing stream. Problem is I have a hard time standing for a really long time. So call off. What's a call off? Call off? What the F is a call off? Bitch. 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 What's a call off, Ricky? Oh, call off of work. I used all 3 of my freaking sick days in January. I'm tapped for the rest of the year. I have no more sick days. Which is sad because I went like 2 years without using sick days. No, of course not. I know I'm a fat ass. I'm working on becoming less of a fat ass. I was a year ago, I was probably like 230, 235. Now I'm down around 210. So I'm working on it. My AC1, type 2 diabetes, AC1 blood sugar, anything above a 5.6 is type 2 diabetes. Mine was at like a 7. When I went in last week, the doctor gave me a fist pump because it went from like, I think a 7.6 down to a 6. And doing that without being on metformin, he thought that was amazing. I told him I was going to do it. I'm going to continue to do it. So there will be, maybe a year from now, you won't, like, fat ass is just going to be a joke. Like, you know how they call fat guys skinny, or let's see, hey, they're skinny over there, and the guy weighs like 700 pounds, right? I'm going to be fat ass in the future, but I'm going to be a blade of grass. Anyway, I could do this all morning. Really good to be black. Really almost said really good to be black. Well, it is, really good to be back. Probably won't stream tonight. You're fat where it counts. Probably won't stream tonight. I want to, it's going to be a long, hard day at work. It's not going to be that hard. I'm going to do a firewall today. I can do them shits in my sleep. I'll be doing some subnets. But I'll definitely be back tomorrow. Can't wait. Love you all. Peace.